All right, come on, get this asshole in here. Let's go. Come on. So many assholes, so little time. All right, let's go. Let's go. Come on. All right, relax, relax. Hey, asshole. You okay? Okay, you hurt? No, good. You know where you are? No? You know who I am? I'm Larry Andrews. And I've been reading your social media stuff, and you know what? I'm just I don't understand. I'd say I'm disgusted, but I'm not so much disgusted as I am confused. I don't know where you're coming from on this. But it looks to me like you're a supporter of moms demand action. Yeah, okay. You're the ones that want, common sense, control. Is that what you're looking for? Common sense, control of... Okay. Oh my God, I don't even know where to start. So, first of all, we have this thing called the Constitution. The Constitution talks about a lot of stuff. The Constitution talks about right of free speech, talks about right of assembly, talks about freedom of religion, talks about a lot of things. Talks about your right for life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. It talks about your absolute right to self-defense. It talks about the right of not being worried about, unreasonable search and seizure. There's all kinds of things covered in this thing called the Constitution. You've heard of the Constitution, haven't you? You're sure? Okay, because a lot of the stuff you're talking about is completely against the Constitution and that Second Amendment. That Second Amendment that says the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Not be infringed. Let's play a game. Let's say freedom of speech, freedom of thought, freedom of expression. Let's talk about freedom of speech. Suppose, you know what? I think we need to have reasonable limits on freedom of speech. So you're going to have to go and get a license to exercise your freedom of speech. Okay, so now you go and you take a test that makes sure that you're intelligent enough to actually speak freely and form an opinion. So let's do that. Then, you know what? Just to be on the safe side, you have to file a petition 10 days in advance of you voicing an opinion that other people are going to hear. So let's put that on. Let's say 10 days. So that way, if you change your mind, you don't necessarily say it. But if you change your mind and you want to have a different opinion, you have to file again and wait another 10 days. Let's do that. Then, just to really be sure everybody's going to be safe and we don't have to worry about anyone getting offended or anybody actually learning something, let's go ahead and limit your freedom of speech to once a month. Once a month, after a 10-day waiting period, you are now allowed to voice your opinion in public. Would you go for that? Seriously, no, I'm asking you a question. Would you accept that? No, you wouldn't. Well, that's exactly what you're trying to do to people that have the right to defend themselves with whatever means they feel is best. Just like you're a woman, you don't want anybody telling you how to treat your own body because your body is your decision. It's the same thing. So why are you, because you're a mom that demands action? What kind of action are you demanding, by the way? Just curious. So you're one of them. You have kids, right? You want to be able to protect them, right? But you don't want anybody to have a gun to protect themselves. Yeah, see, I don't get that. Gun rights are women's rights. Gun rights are civil rights. I would much rather, and I'm sure you would too, wouldn't you rather call the police to come clean up that dead asshole that broke into your house intent on doing harm? Would you rather do that, or would you rather have somebody else call the cops to come up and mop up the mess left by that asshole? Because you're dead. Because that asshole who doesn't believe in common sense gun control, that asshole who does not adhere to laws, that asshole wanted what you have and knew, because you've got the sign out front that says, this is a gun-free zone, moms demand action, knew you were a soft target, an easy target, you set yourself up to get killed. What kind of a mother are you? Seriously. There's a guy in Jersey. Let's talk about real infractions here. Guy's name is Roosevelt Twine. Look him up. Google. Here's a guy that, because of people like you, paid a ton of money, jumped through all kinds of hoops to be able to get a permit to carry a weapon for his job that he needs it for. So, not only does he have a license, because that's what you want registrations, you want licenses. So this guy went and got his license, passed a bunch of tests, jumped through a bunch of hoops, took it up the ass from the government to get that permission slip saying, yes, you can defend yourself. Got a job that requires him to be able to do that. So here's a guy, legally owns a gun, legally is allowed to carry it, legally can do whatever he needs to do with said firearm. But the state troopers in New Jersey pulled the guy over, and because he's of a certain color, and because those state troopers were of a certain color, they arrested him on felony charges of gun possession. They didn't care that he had all the paperwork. All they saw was certain kind of guy with a gun, gun bad, man bad, bad bad. He's now in jail waiting trial. Ridiculous. You have just deprived that guy of his ability to make a living. You've deprived his family of their ability to have an income and have stuff. You've also deprived his family of their protector. Think about what you're doing when you advocate for stuff like this. Stop being that asshole. I am done. Done with this one. Get this asshole out of here. Seriously, go. I'm still disgusted.